thunder, shake the open ground. Won't give in, I'm fighting for the crown. Heavy clouds are way above my head, like all of my regrets and things I never said. No, got a feeling, shiver in my bones. Something's coming, but nobody knows. Angels rage, they come down from the sky to fix these broken wings and show me how to fly. I burn the sky. I see the fire in your eyes. I come alive, and I feel like I could spread my wings and fly. Take it in and breathe the light. Leave me when I lose my sight. Finally we're seeing paradise. There's no need to roll the dice. You're the devil's sacrifice, breaking down the door to steal the throne. Spread my wings and fly. Feel the power, now you're by my side. I've been searching, but you didn't hide. You were there through all my darkest days. You know me in my eyes, and I feel like I could spread my wings and fly. I burn the sky. I see the fire in your eyes. I come alive, and I feel like I could spread my wings and fly. And I feel like I could spread my wings and fly. See the fire, see the fire. And I feel like I could spread my wings and fly.
Drivers come and go, but echoes of the past always remain. Competing in arenas that have stood the test of time, where glory and failure are separated by fractions, where victories are rescued from the jaws of defeat. This is where history is made. This is Formula One.
Welcome to Monza. Located in Italy, the Autodromo Nazionale Monza is one of the most historic and iconic circuits in Formula One. Opened in 1922, it is the third oldest purpose-built racetrack in the world and has been a permanent fixture on the Formula One calendar since the championship began in 1950. Nicknamed the Temple of Speed, Monza is known for its ultra-fast layout. The current Grand Prix circuit is a 5.8-kilometer long track featuring high-speed straights and legendary corners like the Lesmos, Ascari Chicane, and the Parabolica, now also known as the Alboreto Curve. Monza has hosted some of the fastest machinery around its circuit in the forms of different motorsports over the years, such as Formula One and the other feeder series, WEC, the GT World Challenge Championship, Ferrari Challenge, Superbikes, DTM, and get this, even IndyCar. In CMRSC, Monza holds a very special place in its history, as it was the very first track to be featured as a hot lap video back in 2021, and with that also being CMRSC's first YouTube video. Championship-wise, it was featured in 2023 as the 2023 DTM World Championship with that final lap overtake between Daniel Williams and Martin Webster. Who can forget about that? 2024 saw CMRSC's GT World Challenge powered by AEC, as well as the Formula 4 2024 European Championship. In the real world of Formula 1, Monza has been the home to countless historic moments, from Ferrari's emotional wins in the front, from the Tifosi, to legendary battles like the 1971 Italian Grand Prix, which had the closest finish in F1 history, just 0.01 seconds between first and second place. More recently, we have seen Pierre Gasly's shock victory in 2020, with that being one of the race for the ages, and who can forget that famous moment once again between Lewis Hamilton and Max Verstappen at turn 1. It's the fastest F1 track on the calendar, and with cars reaching over 360 kilometers per hour in slipstream, expect some intense battles and high-speed drama, especially at these key corners, like the first chicane. The biggest overtaking spot at Monza, late braking here can make or break a race. We have turn 4 or 5. It's a very tight chicane where drivers fight for positions hard and risk launching over the curbs. Turn 6 and 7, known as the Lesmos, it's a fast right-hander that tests a car's grip, and a good exit is crucial for getting onto the straight that follows. Turn 8 and 10, known as a Scari, it's the high-speed left and right sequence that challenges drivers to keep up momentum, and with the updated 2024 layout, we should be seeing drivers get in there with even more commitment and faster. And then, of course, turn 11, Parabolico, recently renamed to the Alboreto curve, one of the most famous corners in F1, a high-speed right-hander where bravery and throttle control decide lap times. In the world of Caribbean Motor Racing Sim Club, this will be host to the 4th round of the championship. Welcome to the halfway point. And what a shakeup it has been in the points. Nick Edwards takes victory at Silverstone and takes the lead of the championship from Cody Lawrence. And we cannot wait to see the championship battle go down as both talented and fast drivers duke it out for the final half of the championship. Silverstone also brought out a new wave of amazing talent, so make sure to keep out and keep a look for them. But as we enter Italy, a potential chance to see even more debuts for Caribbean Motor Racing Sim Club. The almost caution-free British Grand Prix was for sure a championship race that we are not going to forget, especially with that ending safety car. But with the points still unpredictable, and with that race also being very much unpredictable, who knows what is going to happen when it comes to going to the Temple of Speed. So who's going to win this one? That's the question we have on our hands. So buckle up as the last ride is about to go down. CMRSC and Formula 1 locked in and ready for the 4th round of the championship, which continues at Monza, as this is round 4, the Italian Formula 1 CMRSC Grand Prix. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Caribbean Motor Racing Sim Club, and welcome to another round of the Formula 1 World Championship. We are live here at the Temple of Speed, getting ready to go racing. Qualifying comes up in just under 10 minutes time, but this one is going to be a very interesting round out here. We have reached the halfway point of the championship, so a lot will go down here today. The drivers all prepped and ready to go for this one. Already 24 drivers practicing over the week getting ready for today's event. The chat's already bullying me, but that's okay, because the real action is going to start when those 5 lights go out once again for the 4th round of 6. This is the last round of that midpoint, and we get into the finale. So big points are going to be awarded here today. You see drivers coming out of pit road now, doing their last bit of practice before they get on and racing again. Lots of new faces as well. So we are ready to go racing here today. So let's head trackside, of course. Let's watch what these drivers are doing around here on track. But of course, it is our main man, and he is back. It is, of course, it's Cody Lawrence who is on track here, just doing his bit of tire weaving left and right, getting those soft compounds ready to go. He missed out on the last round, so he has lost the championship lead to Nick Edwards. Now, a bit of word on him. We are not too positive we are going to see him for the future of this championship. So it'll be very interesting to see. Now that Cody Lawrence is back on, is it a slam dunk for him? That's the question. I'm not too sure, because this man in P2 and Adam for Ferrari looking to make the dream come alive here at Monza. The Tifosi will be roaring if Adam can take home the checkered flag. We also hear word that potentially we could be seeing Jaden Harrison, so the other Ferrari, that it's going to be in it, and it's going to be a lot of fun. P3 right now, it is the Toyota. The GR running with the Guyanese Amatis Parker, followed by the main man at Maserati, Dominic Mazzuzzo in the Maserati. But his teammate for today's round, swapping over, it was Nick Edwards. It's now the returning Peter Sabot. You remember him from the GT World Challenge. He was one of the fastest drivers out there. A winner, and the only man who stopped some of the win streaks that were going on. We got to look back at, of course, Okayama as well. Let's look down the order as well. Continuing on now, we have Danny Nasir, Evan Steinberg, Anderson Baiano, Zachary Oswayne, and then a new driver out here making his debut from Cuba. Ameng Sanchez in the Audi, debuting a year earlier than the real-life F1 would be. So cannot wait to see what that Audi can do around here. The German manufacturer is about to duke it out here. But we do have a new driver here. Now let's take a closer look in pit lane, because it's a brand new livery for a brand new driver, and a bit of history is made here today. Lassie Fancher in the Fiat now marks the first time we have seen a female driver join the CMRSC grid since Sarah back in 2022. It was all the way back in the beginning of the DTM Championship back in 2022 that we'd seen a female driver. And the ladies know how to get it done, because the last time we had one, she was a very dominant driver. Can we see the same footsteps follow? Well, only time is going to tell, but we are very happy to see more and more drivers join us here in Caribbean Motor Racing Sim Club. She sits in the pits for Fiat, and we are hyped to see what she can do in her debut, as well as a couple other drivers that we're going to be seeing very shortly, including this man who's going to be returning back in his Mountain Dew livery. Now, reason being for Andrew Narayan in this car is that this track and Andrew really hold some close love between each other, as I think he also said it in the chat. This is the track where the legendary, the self-proclaimed legendary Andrew Narayan led his first lap in CMRSC. So Andrew, no, he knows this track, and he is excited. We're excited to see what he can do out here. Martin Webster for X-Play. He's currently on track in the Aston Martin. Fitting for his name, wouldn't you think? His teammate also in the session. It's Jarrell Moore. Now, they are running a three-man team, which we have allowed, but we've split up the constructors' points. They can run in the same car, but
we have split them apart. That is, of course, Jarrell Moore, Martin Webster, and Marlon Young that you saw just a bit earlier on. So 3 Aston Martins, don't get too confused on that. Ryan Marmiri, if I'm not mistaken, this is actually his first round for this championship. Missing a nose cone, of course, so that might be potentially affecting his slipstream. No, that's just a graphic glitch on our side there, unfortunately. That's just something to do with the RSS liveries. But nonetheless, though, that's all your drivers that's going to be competing today. Will we see more? Potentially. Unfortunately, we're not going to be seeing the likes of Klaus. Unfortunately, he's not going to be able to be racing with us. A couple others. So a little bit of a shame, but nonetheless, though, should be an awesome party. And I know that these drivers are going to be watching through the live stream. And wherever you are, we thank you so much for all the support, truly, it has been for these past couple of weeks, growing the subscriber count and continuing to become the most popular Caribbean league. And we are happy to have everyone on board, racer or a fan. And we're going to continue it off in this new era of CMRSC with Formula 1 in round 4. And truly, after Silverstone, I think a lot of people loves it so much, it's time to make it a mainstay. So news will come up very soon about the future of Formula 1 and Caribbean Motor Racing Sim Club and what's going to go down. To me, we do need to extend this championship. Not this one in particular that you're watching here. We left it off at 6 rounds for a reason. But in the future, it may be time to extend this one to be as long as some of the more GT-friendly championships. We watch Cody Lawrence as he's coming around the last couple of corners, and he is coming across the line, and he's going to go quicker in practice as time runs out, 1:20.893. He is going to be the man to beat around here, but Cody Lawrence and Anna Adam are running almost identical lap times in practice over the week. We're not seeing it right now, but potentially it could be Adam just holding off for the time being. There you see him in the Ferrari. So we are hype. Everyone is hype as we get this one underway. Apologies for the checkered flag transitions. I know they were a little bit choppy early on, so we are going to manage that as we continue on the live stream. We thank you everyone for all the support. And we're gonna get this one underway very, very shortly. Just gonna make sure on our side everything is good to go over here. So one moment, we'll be right back with the action unfolding for qualifying. Don't go anywhere, we'll leave you with some bangers provided by Monster Cat. With the green light coming out on track, it is go, go, go for qualifying. and we can get this one underway. Who is taking pole position for the 4th round of the championship? Pit lane is busy as all the drivers head out on track. Welcome along to the 4th round of qualifying here on Caribbean Motor Racing Sim Club. The drivers eager to get on track. Full stack of drivers out here today. So we're going to be seeing what the best of best can do out here. Drivers set and ready to go. As they all head through the first couple of chicanes here, it's going to be a fun one. But the drivers are pretty worried about the current politics that's going on in the chats are qualifying and making sure everyone is staying correct on where they should be on track. That's the most important thing about qualifying. You want to make sure that you're not impeding everyone. But if you are on a lap, then there's no complaint there. And that was really one of the main confusions of some drivers are quicker than others. But you got to remember, everyone is under a qualifying lap. So, as we watch the drivers now come around, we look to this man right here, the Italian at home. I originally thought he did not set his nationality right, but in fact, he actually is an Italian. So Asbir is going to be the first driver to be setting out a lap. Take a look at the background there as all the drivers warming up their tires and getting ready for this qualifying session. Let's go on board with Mr. Ayman Asbir and let's find out what is it like to set on the first lap here in qualifying. Heading into T1, braking at the 100-meter marker, down into 3rd gear. The drivers are saying that the rears are locking up quite a bit as they head into turn 1. It's all about slowing the car down right to a T, because if you carry a bit too much momentum, you're going to be losing the back end. The car is just going to spin alongside you into turn 1. But as we head into the next couple of chicanes now, you're braking once again at the 100-meter mark. You broke a little bit away, and that is exactly what I'm talking about. Takes it straight to the pits, and the next driver we catch up on is the Red Bull driver, Cody Lawrence. Exactly what I'm talking about. Let's see what Cody can do. A lot more of a looser setup, but he's keeping it stable as he goes to the first Lesmo. Second Lesmo now down into 5th gear. Missing a little bit of that apex, but keeping it steady. You want to get that banker lap in. And as now DRS enables, let's look at that rear. And there you see it, wide out there as we head into this next section here. Ascari and flicking it all around. Newly paved for this year, and especially for a league, it does help us with track limits. You remember in the past, we've seen so many issues we've had with a lot of drivers cutting it, but it's cut proof now. Here he goes, Cody Lawrence around Parabolica. The first driver, completely purple in Sector 1 and Sector 2. It's all the checkered flag to come across. It's a 120.977. That's the time the drivers are going to be taking on. As Adam puts in that first lap time. I'm not going to be able to see it at the moment here, but drivers are starting to put in lap times now. Here comes Steinberg, the American now for Escape Racing as he goes up to 3rd, 24.1. Behind him, Danny Nasir with a 25.6. But it's Webster and Young, two actually drivers in Aston Martin, going up 25.7 apiece. Rup Narayan also up there with a 27.6. And there you see that GR putting in a quicker time. They're going up to 3rd, 23.8. And Oswayne in the Haas gonna go, actually not a valid time, so that's a bit unfortunate. Interestingly, Martin Webster is opting for the medium compound tires. I'm not too sure if he forgot about that or potentially maybe feeling a bit more confident, but he's already a 1.5 seconds off the fastest time, and that's of Cody Lawrence, which is running quicker. So we see him, we catch him on now for the back straight as he heads into Parabolica. Goosebumps into this corner. We've seen photo finishes from the likes of Daniel Williams and Martin Webster for race wins here at Parabolica back in 2023. Here comes Cody Lawrence once again, though. Comes across the line faster. It's a 120.902. We know in practice he went quicker, but as it stands, he's going very fast this time. Adam went into the pits, so this is not going to be a valid lap time from him. We can catch up to Danny Nasir. He should be one of the next drivers to come across the line. P9 so far with a 125.9, but it could be a prep lap as he comes across now. Goes up to 8th, but there you see almost 5 seconds off the fastest lap so far. Webster in the 25.1 goes up to P5. Jaden Harrison struggling a little bit as he comes to terms here for this first couple of laps. 5 minutes to go already. Only a 10-minute session that these drivers have to take on. And let's catch up to where his teammate is, and let's go on for a miniature lap here. Oh, trouble. And that was Evan, who just found himself in the sand pits, and he is back out on the racing surface. Flying now in that scarlet red Ferrari as he heads into the next section here. His fellow countryman of his manufacturer in the Fiat is just up the road. 3/10 down, though, as Asbir actually goes up to third position. So knocks down that Toyota, who passes him now, but nothing can be said. So currently, 120.9 is that fastest lap time, followed by a 121.7. And that's that Ferrari P3 122.2 from the Fiat, and Jaden Harrison has just laid another lap time there. And he's currently in fourth position. So lap times are getting spicy, but Maserati's Dominic Mazzuzzo is going to say, you're forgetting about one other driver, and Maserati has put himself up on the front row. I think they're pretty consistent on the front row for almost every single round. Trouble, though, on the Lesmos, the second Lesmo. That's Ryan getting it wrong, but here is Adam, who takes down Dominic Mazzuzzo's time. Both of them having a fun rivalry. Ferrari and Maserati, it's a civil war between them as they both head out of pit lane. So, and Adam putting in a very good time there, P2. He was doing 20.8 in practice, so 3 minutes and 20 seconds left to go. He's going to need something big. Here comes, oh, Matey's Parker at the bottom of your screen there is Rupner Ryan also just going through the first chicane. You watch Jarrell Moore, he just put in a lap time P14 at the moment. Not the best of camera shots here around Monza. That's unfortunately not too much we can do, so I think we can only stick to one camera here. But we look at Cody Lawrence. He is just a 10th off of that first lap time there. And Adam, of course, on that out lap. So let's take it to the drone camera and let's see what kind of lap he's going to be doing around here. Purple in the middle sector. So looking very quick out here. You see him flying on the back straight, passing one of the, I believe that was one of the Maseratis. I'm not too sure who that was. Could have been Peter Sabot. Around Parabolica now. Let's see what Cody Lawrence can he improve this lap time. It's still in a bit of danger. 129.02 to beat. Smashes that to 128.33. And he's just defending his lap time now. 2:20 left to go here as Zachary Oswayne goes to P6. That's a very good lap time from him. 23.3. It's going to be his best qualifying result if that can stick. Let's catch up to the Ferrari. It's not going to be a valid lap time, but it's going to be the first lap now. He's going to be laying down on the board. I think I just saw one of the Maseratis coming past our screens. Dominic as well. Both of them pushing hard for this lap time here. Hard into the braking zone now. Now, interestingly for Dominic, he'll have a bit of slipstream ahead of him if he can just close up that gap to the Ferrari up the road. But Maserati's been one of the top teams to fight from. They are the leaders of the Constructors' Championship. But there you see Adam just up the road. Let's watch the first sector, 29.511. He's not quick this lap, but Adam has actually found himself some personal improvements, a 29.6. So here they come. Oh, first Lesmo, almost getting it wrong there for Dominic. You saw him in the background. He's a little bit squabble. He got it going. Adam took it to the pits. He's not happy with his lap time, but there's a minute left, though. Was that the right call? He's not going to get another lap time in. Here comes Cody Lawrence. Faster this time. 120.767. That's provisional pole continued. And once again, times are still heating up. But here's the thing. What's going on with the other drivers? Here comes Dominic Mazzuzzo in Parabolica. Remember, this is just qualifying. And you're going to get a great 28 laps of racing here today. Here comes Dominic. Does he push down the Ferrari? No, he doesn't. 21.6. That's his qualifying done. He backs out of it. So Cody, once again, faster. Oh, Ryan in that second Lesmo getting it all wrong. But slipstream for Jaden Harrison. He's the lone Ferrari, losing it all off as Zachary pulls to the side, slows down. Almost Harrison runs into the rear of him as he enters into Ascari. Now a little bit of a slide. as they turn in, but Harrison has got it done. Now, however, it's not too much improvement, but it's desperate that Jaden Harrison can push this car up because Ferrari need him at the top. Parabolic gonna go and checkered flag is out. Jaden Harrison, crucial lap for him. He needs to put this car down. No, he's gonna enter the pits. And that is his qualifying done. Zachary does the same. And that's going to be qualifying done for those top drivers. Anna Adam is not going to get a lap time in. Webster actually puts in a lap time P11, but still have a couple more drivers left to go in the form of Lassie now. Across the line, what can she do? It's P16 that stays for her debut. P13 of Baiano coming up now. Any improvement? No, it is not. And Steinberg, oh, hard in the wall. Trouble on the front straight. They come across the start-finish line. He stays in P10. Who is left on track? It's Jarrell Moore. He's 2.7 off the fastest time. He's taking it a bit easy around Ascari. But he's got it going now. You see him on the back straight, racing now to the checkered flag. Should be the final driver to set this lap time, unless he does head into the pits. Let's see what that Aston Martin can do. P17. Really, he's just cruising around this one. Unless he can potentially come up the board, maybe P15. That could be good. Unfortunately not. Stays 17th. Cody Lawrence, once again, back on top. He took a break 1 week, but he is back to dominate and scare the rest of the pack. In Red Bull, it's a 1 minute 20.767, and that is your qualifying complete. And you can watch the live qualifying replay tomorrow at 1 p.m. 1 minute to go. Let's go talk to our drivers. Let's make sure that we have all our drivers here. Yes, we do, I believe. All right, welcome to the 4th round of the Caribbean Motor Racing Sim Club Formula 1 World Championship. Happy to see some great names out here, and should be a fun one to race today. 28 laps, of course. I hope everyone has already gone through the rules, so we don't have to repeat it, but just a minor thing. Make sure, of course, mandatory pit stop. You must change your compound. 4 drivers, unfortunately, got caught with a 25-second time penalty for not doing that. So because you come into the pits, you must change your compound, and if you don't, real penalty will award you 25 seconds once you cross the checkered flag. Danny, I just saw you kicked out. I'm not too sure why that is. You have 3 minutes to jump right back in. Try joining now, but there are 3 minutes, so you probably got kicked out just because as you were loading in, the server was transitioning to a race session. Yep, so no changes really from the last round in terms of rules, of course, but nonetheless, Monza is the big scary track that everyone is scared of in terms of sim racing. That's just because of turn 1 is so tight. Now, we understand that, you know, in the world of online lobbies, it is a wreckfest into T1, but we're really good at keeping this one clean. We've had many rounds. I think so far I can't really relate to a proper crash we've had at turn 1 exactly. So T1's coming up. You know it's a very tight chicane. There's no reason to be trying to go 3-4 wide. 2x2 is the most you can do around turn 1 and turn 2. And even if you don't feel comfortable with it, it's just better off to back out and keep it safe. Nonetheless, though, everyone, you have 2 minutes left to go before the start of this one. And Danny, I'm just waiting to see you in the session. And handshake, probably. Were you able to compete in qualifying? Because you can't be getting a handshake if you already try closing out content manager and try starting it back up again, but that's impossible to get. It's impossible to get a handshake if you've already joined the server in qualifying. All right, let's see what we can do here quickly. We can't restart the server because we've gone through qualifying, so just try to close out Content Manager, open it back up. I don't know why you left the server to begin with, but there's a minute left. I see you're loading in. So just doing some troubleshooting here on the server side here, making sure all drivers are good to go. We have a minute left before we get lights out underway. It could potentially be delayed. All right, we're just going to make sure Danny can get in. If not, I'll do one quick timer reset. If we do, just remember that your setups may be reset. So if I do give you the warning, please make sure your setups are good to go. I'll let you know that when we have 20 seconds left. I'm still waiting for Danny to load back in. Don't know why you did disconnect, but we're trying to get you in here. 9 seconds. Come on, let's see if we can get you in. All right, we're going to restart. All right, so just an FYI, guys, you're going to be back on the grid. Do not click drive. Do not click drive. All right, so timer's reset. Before you click drive to enter back to the grid, please check your setup. Now, there's a glitch in the Assetto Corsa that for some reason it constantly resets your pit stop strategies. It resets your setup entirely. So I'm giving you the warning now that you should not be having any trouble in the race because you forgot something, because I'm telling you right now to do that before you hit the start, before you hit the steering wheel. Danny, try now. And of course, we want to get all drivers in here. So it's a bit of a shame that Danny did disconnect. I really don't know what has caused him to do that, because remember, we saw him in qualifying. Let's take a look at those qualifying times. You saw Danny in this area. Yes, of course, 4 laps done, but we're going to keep the qualifying times open there. So just one small little technical thing here before we get the lights underway. So suspense builds for all these drivers here, and you know what? I do not blame them as we get this one slowly underway. We can swap over and get back that main screen here. All right, so still waiting on if we can get Danny Nasir. All right, minute 44. I see you constantly join the server. From our end, on the server page, it's saying that you're already in the server. And we had a glitch like that during practice. Yeah, I know you're having a handshake. We can't restart the server because qualifying had already happened. Why did you leave the server? I'm not too sure. Was there any reason to? Because the thing is, you may have left the server exactly the time when the server was transitioning. Probably at the end of qualifying. If you did not leave. If you check replay, it can sometimes boot you. You did not leave. Okay. I'm really not too sure why this is doing this to you. This is the worst possible timing. Right, yep. No, it's not the fact that you were having those issues in the morning. Those are completely different. What you did is you left the server when the server was transitioning. All right, guys, I'm going to do one more restart for Danny. I apologize, but just one more restart, guys. So stand by, check those setups, guys. All right, once again, check everything, make sure setups, if you're in the server, that you're good to go. I'm really not too sure why this is doing this, but we're gonna try one more time. This is the final restart though. If not, we'll get you right in. Let me kick you out the server, Danny. Give me one moment. Don't join. Do not join. Stop joining if you are. I think I may be able to fix it from this side here. All right, do not join. Do not join. Just wait. I will tell you when to join. In the meantime, yes, just like what Cody said, just restart Content Manager completely. So the issue is actually what's going on is that All right, one moment. All right, we're just going to go and stand by for just one moment here. We'll be back. All right, we are going to go on these lights. We're going to go on these lights. So, yeah, the reason why Danny's actually unable to join the session, it's just because if you go to the Emperor timing sheets, his name is stuck on the screen. So it's actually impossible for him to rejoin unless we completely stop the server. So it's something on his end that we cannot work with at the moment. So massive apologies there, Danny. There's something on your side that we're going to have to look at after the session. It looked perfectly before. We tested everything, but unfortunately, we're not able to do anything. Nonetheless, for all our drivers here in the session, show must go on. 55 seconds. No more restarts. Make sure everything is good to go. Hit your D-pad. Make sure that you are good to go. All right, let's get this one underway here today for the 4th round of the championship live here at Monza. Let's do this. And here we go as all the drivers ready to go racing here today. We look at them now on the start lights. It's 4 and it's 5 lights, and we go racing here at Monza. Ryan already getting a jump start for the start of this race, but we get this one underway here as they head into T1. Cody Lawrence in the lead. Jaden gets it wrong. He goes straight. And already 3 cars getting it wrong. Somebody's gone bowling there at the start. But for the most part, the top drivers have kept it open. Cody Lawrence leads this one. Here comes Dominic Mazzuzzo on the inside of Anna Adam. Gets the move done into the chicane and gets it going. Anna Adam falls down the order. And there you see, almost getting it wrong there is Peter Sabot. But he's currently in P6, side by side. Jaden Harrison, who got it wrong, has already jumped up into 5th. But here comes Peter, side by side in contact is made. Peter touches the inside there. He's a struck-in car at the wrong part of the track. He has to stay there. And if he can get it going, he'll be good. And yes, so now he's good. So a bit of chaos, but nonetheless though. Oh, look at that. Zachary Oswin goes up into 5th position, but the top driver's already escaping. Oh, apologies for that. Not too sure why. We just swapped screens there. But nonetheless, there we see Ameng in his debut in the Audi. Looking to the inside. Can he get Evan? And he's got the move done. P7 goes to him. But behind him, Evan is going to try to charge right back to this fight. Does he get the move done on the inside? Oh, almost, but Evan's going to have to back out. However, he's going to get the move right back. Ameng, too much. Gets it all wrong. P3, as we watch now for Adam. So, other than the 3 cars that got it wrong at the start of this one, He's looking very good out here. On board with him as we watch this fight unfold. We also look behind him. There you see all the other drivers catching up through, but we look up to this fight. Ooh, trouble there as one of the Toyotas almost goes off the road. DRS is going to be enabled on this lap, and there you see him. It's enabled for him. So Adam now gets the charge down and chase. Dominic Mazzucco up the road. But can he get it done? Also, some positions going on back here. What is going on? Looks like Lassie is currently in P9, catching up to the other drivers ahead. As she gets dive bombed there, a little bit of a love tap from Evan, and Evan runs off the road and concedes the position back, knows the rule, and gets back going. And Evan's actually struggling quite a bit in this early stage of this Grand Prix. But up the road, we watch Anderson Baiano chasing down the Aston Martin in the RB. In the real world, it's a power-hungry... Oh, houses! Oh, trouble for... Oh, the Audi gets it wrong. Through a Scary, gets it going. Oh, in trouble for the Room to Rhine. Spins it, middle of the track. Needs to flick spin it and get it back going. Where are the other drivers? They're quite far away, so he's good to go to continue. Nonetheless, though, we continue this race on with our drivers at the front. So Cody Lawrence leads this one off from Dominic Mazzucco and Adam. Eamon is currently P4 for Fiat and 5th right now. Rolling quick. It is Dominic. Sorry, not Dominic. This is Zachary Oswayne. And you look at two screens at once, it does get a bit confusing at times. But we watch here. Baiano, he's under a second now as the Audi heads into pit lane. And potentially that's going to fix that damage he collected when he ran off the racing surface. But behind him, Matisse Parker is really pushing hard in that Toyota as he gets it wrong in that sand trap and gets it going once again. You look behind him, though, Peter Sabot also coming up now, and here comes Steinberg down the outside and gets it going. And Lassie's having a bit of trouble now as Sabot, who's fallen down the pecking order, is now going to go to the inside and get the Fiat. So Maserati up to 10th. And Ferrari, well, it's a very interesting story what's going on because both Jaden and, oh, here, take a look at this almost for a moment. I thought that was a position being made. Both Ferrari and Maserati have one teammate down the order. And that is not the best for the constructors. At least one of these teams have to get their second driver up. Oh, look at that. Evan losing it on the curb. Sabot goes to 9th. Hungarian driver chops up another position. And he's looking very good out here. And a good momentum swing is potentially Lassie as she now tries to slipstream Steinberg just up the road, trying to enter in for her first bit of points. But take a look at the gap that Red Bull has already pulled out in a matter of just 5 laps. Count them, only 5 laps. 6 seconds, that's the deficit. Just going to do a quick audio check for our stream and making sure everything's good to go. That Red Bull has already pulled out in a... Oh, wow. The delay between the live broadcast and what's going on track, it is absolutely nothing. You guys are only getting the highest quality of streaming here. 22 concurrent viewers. Thank you so much for tuning in to Caribbean Motor Racing Sim Club. We are on course for 1,000 subscribers. If you can't, just hit that subscribe button and it will mean quite a lot. We have a lot of racing to go here and a lot of action. I see some yellow flags at Parabolica, and that's actually Matisse Parker who gets it wrong, drops down a couple of positions. and he has a lot of momentum lost. Take a look at this. Lance's actually got it done. Oh, a bit of weaving there. Okay, Lassie, just watch the weaving on the straights. Just watch the weaving. And Lassie doing more than one move than she's allowed to. Of course, in Formula 1, it's just one move you can make. But the gap between Adam and... Oh, in trouble for Jaden Harrison. He's caught speeding in the pit lane. And I was going to talk about his teammate as he's chasing down Mazuzzo. Jaden Harrison's race has gone from bad to worse. Unfortunately for him, he's in the back of the pack. Fortunate, though, it's only lap 6, so he can still catch up. Take a look at this battle here. Anderson Baiano has a bit of a train behind him. It's the battle for P8, and take a look at this. Also, a move getting done as Sabo has now started to work up in the Aston Martin. Worked up past the Aston Martin. As Cody Lawrence, this is interesting here. Lap 7 for Cody Lawrence on the soft compound tire. He pits from the mediums to the soft so early in this race. Is Cody Lawrence thinking of a 2-stop strategy here at Monza? That's going to be very interesting. Our race leader changes. That's a very, very curious now. So this has turned out to be the battle for the lead, and the driver behind him, Jaden Harrison, running off the track. Oh, he stopped. He's taking it into the pits. Why has he taken it into the pits? There's something going on with Jaden's car. We don't know at all. Is he out of this race? That'll be such a shame. Jaden has had a great streak every time he races. Great results come from it. But that's going to leave Ferrari one man down in this one. You see all the grass being kicked up there, but gap has opened up quite a bit. And it's not going to help Ferrari as Peter Sabo is not that far off to catch up. Both of these drivers on the medium compound tires, so going to have a good race out there. Meanwhile, take a look at this DRS zone. Lassie is going to the inside. DRS is enabled for Steinberg. Gets going, gets through, and now he slipstreams Anderson Baiano. Could he potentially get a move done into this section here? No, cannot. And I believe, has Danny Nasir got going on track? Yes, he has! Oh, and that celebration. Danny Nasir is on the racetrack. Peter Sabo now starts to challenge the Haas up the road. Zachary Oswayne, the Nigerian, against the Hungarian, side by side across the stripes. Heading into T1 now. Can that Haas hold on? Just about late on the brakes, side by side. Oh my goodness, take a look at how much curb that Haas used. Almost flipped it over. But Zachary holds on. Heading into the next chicane, but the door is wide open for Peter Sabo to fly right through. Mediums against softs, and the medium compound tires are working brilliantly for that Maserati. He goes up to 5th position. That's a great opportunity there. Wow. On board with Eamon. And comment in chat, cutting the second chicane and gaining some time. Well, we're going to check that out and let's see if he is. Nonetheless, though, he currently sits P3. But everyone's really turned out into a net P3 as Cody Lawrence right now has the advantage, already making his pit stop. And yeah, like I said there, oh, trouble, what was that? That is Ryan there getting it wrong. He's off the racing surface and he gets back going. All right, Danny, glad we can get you back into this session here. If there is a caution, we'll give you your lap back. And take a look at this, Lassie. Overtaken by Peter Sabo, trying to get a move done. Danny Nasir's also in that pack. Remember, he's a lap car. And is he going to split this thing almost 3 wide? He is 3 wide on Monza. He's a lap car, of course, and he's just trying to get himself unlapped. Danny Nasir is a man on a mission out here. But these two, Lassie and Anderson, fighting for P9. Danny Nasir says adios in that Mercedes. He is gone. Man on a mission, he's absolutely pissed that he did not make the start. But we watch these two back here. Baiano Fanchi, let's see what they're going to do in the chicane. Oh, in trouble there. Baiano turns in on Lassie, but both of them made the corner. So Baiano keeps it going. Oh, trouble there. Almost losing out on the first Lesmo. This is a great fight we have as Peter Sabot takes it to pit lane. Early pit stops. I did not expect that, but the drivers know more things than I do. And Jaden Harrison having some internet connectivity issues in this one. That's why he's having some trouble. That's what we're hearing from his team. So Ferrari losing one driver in this one. He's still in the session. Nonetheless, though, here comes Anderson Baiano. These two are really stealing the show. This is your battle for P8. DRS is engaged, and we watch now the defense is not really going to be existent here because no DRS. You're kind of a sitting duck. Stays to the inside. I think she saw... oh, here, take a look at this. Position is made for the lead. I was saying there, Steinberg may have spooked out Lassie, but new change for the lead, Anderson. As he is staying up to P8, Adam goes to the lead, but I'm not really too excited of it. He takes it to the pits. I was going to say anyways that DRS could have been enabled. Oh, take a look at this. That's an added bonus. Dominic, he stayed behind the DRS line, got a free I say slipstream. He's not really slipstreaming anybody. He's got a free DRS. He takes the lead of this one. Cody Lawrence is now up to second position. And take a look at this. Amen. He did not make a pit stop yet. Adam actually had a drive-through in this race. So I did not know he had one. And that has actually dropped Ferrari down a bit more. Let's take a look at this. Steinberg. Now, it looks like the back straight and the exit of Ascari is really the popular place to get the overtakes done. Because now Steinberg has gotten through Baiano. Slipstream engaged. DRS engaged for Steinberg. As he's just going to go right past Lassie. And it's a very fun battle that we're seeing back here for this fight in P8. Up the road, it's Danny Nasir. But if he's a lap traffic, that can stay ahead as... sorry, that's Root Run gets a drive through for speeding. If Danny Nasir can keep that pace ahead of those drivers behind him, then there's no reason for him to let through anybody, for that matter. Poor Root Ryan makes his pit stop, and oh no, his teammate gets it wrong. And Root Ryan, I don't think the tires are ready. Andrew, the Mountain Dew machinery, it was not ready. The pit crew was not ready for him. He gets right back on track. Even more trouble. His teammate Ryan is getting it wrong in the Lesmos. First Lesmo gets it wrong. Spins it. And that's a car facing the wrong direction. Can he get it going, or will a VSC be called out? Drivers will be getting yellow flags. And that is absolutely huge. He's waiting for some space to get back out on track. And he's just crawling now. Yellow flags are on that section of the track, but the VSC was not called out. It was very close to if that car did stay there, but luckily, just luckily, was able to get out the way. Now P2, just behind Jarrell Moore is Cody Lawrence. Trouble for him. Oh my goodness. And that may have been a very close call for the championship leader, almost collecting the Aston Martin. But in terms of Jarrell, he takes it to the pits. And the Lesmos are biting a lot here today. That was scary. That was absolutely scary, those last couple of laps. Nonetheless, though, we continue this Italian Grand Prix. Caution-free. No, I say that. There's trouble. Somebody's on the Lesmos getting it wrong. It's Ryan once again. There's something wrong with that car. I know we don't see a front wing on this Diamond Racing machine, but at the same time, I believe he actually may have a lot of damage. He's taking it very slow. Probably needs to enter the pits. Also has some penalties to take through. Jarrell Moore into the pits as well. You saw him. He hit the wall. But Cody Lawrence leads this, well, net lead, I will say, because Mazzucco, playing the long game, wants to see if he can take this lead down, but if he cannot and get an overcut going, Cody Lawrence will regain back the lead of this Grand Prix, and, well, all hell is going to break loose. That's for sure. Oh. I hope that was not me. I think that was trouble there for Ping on... Oh, there is some lag there going on with Dominic Mazzucco. He's Tokyo drifting it around that section. I can promise you that has nothing to do with the fact that he may have watched Tokyo drift. That may have been his ping, so really hope that it can get stabled up and good to go. Bit of a scare, but we continue this one. Matthews Parker challenging on his fellow countryman Martin Webster just up the road. DRS is enabled for the GR, and now the Aston Martin stays into the middle of the road, looks to the outside, but cannot get anything done there. Gets through. Cody Lawrence has entered pit lane again, ladies and gentlemen, and looks like he went for a two-stopper. Went for a stint with the softs, did not go for that long. Is he going to go for hard tires? Soft tires again! Cody Lawrence has gone from starting from the mediums to going to a soft and another soft compound tire. Cody Lawrence is having a very interesting strategy. Matthews Parker drive through for speeding in the pit lane, and that's what happens when you don't test out your pit lane strategy and also practicing pit lane entry. Parker is going to head in for his stop. He also sees Jarrell Moore still in the pits ahead of him. Ruben Ryan heads out on track, but Mazzucco leads this Grand Prix. How much did Maserati pay Red Bull to make multiple pit stops in this race? Cody Lawrence is pulling off an interesting strategy that quite frankly, I cannot understand what in the world he's doing in terms of pit stops, but I'm not the driver, I'm the commentator. So potentially this could be a strategy that could set himself up for a swift race win. We do not know. Race leader, though, however, is in the pits. I called everyone else the net race leader, but now officially they are race leaders. Take a look at this. Anna Adam is going to be racing Dominic Mazzucco on pit exit. No, I take it back. P2, P3, come in. Oh, trouble. Oh, no. And Aspen runs into the wall. That is huge. That has lost him so much time. He wanted to follow in for the pit stop, but unfortunately saw how slow Adam was getting to stop that car. Aspen, wrong place. Almost hits the wall on pit entry. That would have been race ending. That is a close call, but there's still damage on that car. Cody Lawrence now, free opportunity to take down this position. He's going to go up into second position now. And take a look at this. Cody Lawrence is now 10 seconds off the lead. He made a pit stop, didn't he? The second time, and he was still 10 seconds off before that and now after. And take a look at the front straight here. Zachary, Andrew, Matisse, and Baiano all going through. There you see Parker trying to find a way past Ruben Ryan. Ruben Ryan is lap traffic, so he stays to the inside. Lap traffic is being a lot more respectable, I am noticing. For a track that's very tight, a lot of the drivers are respecting blue flags. Oh my goodness! Virtual safety car deployed. Virtual safety car deployed. Slow down your pace to 100 kilometers. Pits are closed. Pits are closed. What? Oh my goodness me! Ryan has found himself almost flipped over on the curb. Wow, takes it to the pits. My heart is absolutely stopped. Oh my goodness. That is huge. My God, that is insane. That may be the WTF moment of all time in Caribbean Motor Racing Sim Club. Virtual safety car is deployed out here. What was that? What just happened? Someone, I would love for you to clip that too. That, ladies and gentlemen, that may be probably the most insane way to get a virtual safety car. You might have to rewind this stream to listen to my reaction there. I think that may be a clip. Evan, just to add there, if it was a real penalty cut, a real penalty warning, I'm not able to remove that. Oh my goodness. So, caution's out. Danny, you can go through the cars ahead. You can go through the cars ahead. For all the drivers who have caught up, please stay one side of the track, please. And Danny, please overtake in a safe manner. So, for all the drivers who catch up to the queue, let's just try to get it on the outside, the far outside of the track when we're letting cars through. So Danny is going to get his lap back from the start incident that was going on with him. All right, Andrew, you can overtake. Please do so in a safe manner, Andrew. Slow and steady, please. Slow and steady. Ryan, you can do the same thing. Ryan, you can do the same thing. Overtake in a safe manner. So respect here. For all these drivers, they have to let through, of course. And, ooh, trouble there. Ameng and, I think that was Evan. Yes, it is. So caution is out. And with this Formula 1 championship in CMRSC, drivers are not allowed to make their mandatory tire change under virtual safety car. And essentially, that's Formula 2 rules. You're not allowed to pit under yellow flag conditions. It can only be done under green flag, so... Nonetheless, though, as all the drivers are still making their way around the track, trying to catch up, here is your driver in the lead. Now, this is going to be a very interesting restart, that's for sure. But as it stands right now, it's Dominic Mazzucco. He's already, I believe, made his pit stop. Lucky timing for him. The only driver who's really the unlucky one out here is that man in third position, Eamon. So he has not made a pit stop. So remember, pitting under yellow, you can, but it will not count as your official mandatory tire change. You must do that under green flag conditions. So Asman is going to come in for his pit stop. And you see also a couple other drivers coming up into the pits. And Jarrell Moore looks like he's out of this one. He's sitting in pit lane. We're currently on lap 17 at 28. We're coming down to the 10 to go here at Monza. Danny Nasir in the pit lane. Couple of drivers making this opportunity to repair their car, probably put on some fresh soft tires, but of course they cannot make their mandatory change under these kind of conditions. Trouble, what? All right, Bion, just get your position back. Just get your position back, Anderson. And let's give some space, guys. There's no reason to be staying too close. No reason for aggressive weaving. All right, guys, single file, single file. There should be no confusion. There should be no confusion. It is only single file. It is only single file. Danny, you can go through. Danny Nasir, you can go through. Safe manner, please. So Ryan gets his drive-through taken. Perfect time to get these penalties out the way, that's for sure. If you had a drive-through, just get it through. So he goes through now. We're still waiting for these bunch now. All right, so he is good to go there. Danny's going to come around the tail end of the field. So we're going to enter lap 18. And remember, we already had one caution back at Silverstone. That was towards the end of the race. And now we're getting a caution more towards just the end of the mid-stage part of this race. And we're going to start heading into the final quarter of this one. But of course, still under caution, of course. Take a look at these cars here. Making sure everyone is in the right spot. And it's actually Ryan's one of them who is not in his correct spot. He's going to be catching up now to that queue here. So let's read the chat here. Of course, the live reactions of that incident we had on track. All right, Ryan, you can overtake. Ryan, you can overtake. Please do so safely. Do it on the inside of the front straight. And Macy's Parker has been disqualified. He had a drive-through. And what has gone on back here? Somebody's getting it all wrong. And the reason why we're keeping the safety car out long, it's because drivers have to catch up back to the queue. So unlapping all drivers. Oh my goodness! What is going on in the back? All right, guys in the rear, we got to sort that out. We got to sort this out. What are we doing? It's single file. It's single file. I have just seen a Fiat fly in the air. Monza, I know it's the fastest track on the calendar, but that is kind of insane there. All right, Danny, we'll let you through, but you're still going to be 3 laps down. You're still going to be 3 laps down. You can go through. This lap, we're going to go green. This lap, we're going to go green. I am not too sure why I just saw a Fiat in the air. All right, so this lap, we're going to go racing. This lap, we're going to go racing. 80 kilometers to our lead pack. 80 kilometers to our lead pack. And I'm not too sure why I just saw a Fiat there. Monkey business indeed. But, yeah, that's going to be something to look at after this one. Did somebody just run into the back? But to see a car go flying that high in the air, a little bit scary, don't you think? All right, so safety car restart rules apply here. Dominic, you're the leader, and when I let you, that's when you are going to control when we go back racing. Once I see the lead car start to go, I will call it off for everyone when we go green flag racing. So don't wait for my green flag call. Wait for the drivers ahead to start speeding up. From this point on, Dominic, you can control the pack. You can control the pack, Dominic. So we're just waiting now until we get back underway and racing here. Mazuzzo leads off this field. Cody Lawrence is going to be a man on a hunting mission. These drivers at the front have made their pit stops. So, yeah, it's all down to it. Let's see what these drivers can do out here. Waiting. It's the call. We're back underway. Here we go. Green flag. Back underway. Overtaking, of course, is enabled once again once we go green. And you can already see the drivers in the rear getting this party started. You can already see Evan Steinberg getting the jump there and going up into P7. Green flag is out and racing is underway. Here we go. Martin Webster coming in. We already see once again a disqualification message coming from one of the messages there. Oh, Mates was teleported to the pits. That's because he didn't take his penalty. And here comes that Audi onto the inside there, trying to get Eamon, and gets it through there. P6 for him. So Evan has really got a win out here, as well as Zachary Oswayne. But here we go. Battle for the lead is underway here for this Italian Grand Prix. It's lap 19 of 28. Here we go. Cody Lawrence in that Red Bull. It's a classic rivalry here in CMRSC. And yes, as you say in chat there shouldn't be overtaking. This is our league. We have our own rules here. Cody Lawrence now chasing down Dominic Mazuzzo here for the lead of the Grand Prix. What can Cody Lawrence do? Slipstreaming down. There's no DRS enabled on this lap. Heading into Ascari. Looking pretty swell. Both cars pretty confident and pretty quick around there. As you see, that Red Bull is hunting down. Real fast here. Heading into Parabolica. Cody Lawrence looking for the lead of this Grand Prix. Taking it away from an Italian manufacturer. Oh, in trouble there. That was a lag spike from Dominic Mazuzzo. I saw that little lag spike there, Cody. Just race on. And that was huge. Whoa. And mateys, you got teleported because you were disqualified for not taking a drive-through. But we'll review that after the race for you. So a bit of a lag spike there for Dominic Mazuzzo. Luckily has not killed both of their races. That is the last thing we want to see. But Cody Lawrence, nonetheless, is still going to be pushing on. But in the background, there you see the Ferrari. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 different manufacturers in this top 10. But Cody Lawrence now is going to start pushing harder. Does he have DRS this lap? No, he doesn't. So he's got to wait one more time. I don't think he needs it, though. Dominic defends the inside. Here comes Cody Lawrence around the outside here. Dominic defends it brilliantly, and they stay neck and neck once again. Dom P1, Cody P2. Slipstreaming once again now as these two battle. Adam is coming up fast, but I think it may come to an end. That's the DRS line that you're looking, the white line on the track. I believe Dominic may have gotten it. Cody takes the lead. Am I correct in saying that he might have DRS? We'll find out now as he comes across the DRS line. Yes, he does. Was the move done too early? It's going to be a lunge of a lifetime if Dominic Mazuzzo can hold on to it. No, he cannot. Just too far back to get it done. Ryan gets a drive-through for cutting the track. They head out of the first chicane, and it's now 1 and 2. Cody Lawrence, Dominic Mazuzzo. Position change for the lead. 21 of 28 complete. He's going to have a second chance under DRS, but Cody Lawrence, I think he's focusing on trying to get 4/10 out of him to get out of this one through the Lesmos, and Cody Lawrence is way quicker around there. He's going to break out the second. It's right there. Can he do it? It's on the second, on the bubble. Has he gotten it? We watch the DRS. No, he doesn't. And Dominic Mazuzzo, barely, just barely within, gets it. Through Ascari, gets it going. You see that Ferrari in the background trying to close up. And you see the couple drivers in the rear here. There you see one of them. Is Zachary Oswayne, P4. You remember in the last race, had a horrible time at Silverstone. But this time out, Zachary is really putting us a show around here. We also have this battle here. Lassi against Anderson Baiano. Chance Fiat against RB. Slipstreaming. Heading into Parabolica now does not look to the outside. Does not want to get it done there. Wants to wait for the attempt to slipstream up the front. And actually, Baiano's going to make that one easier for her. And he's going to head straight into the pits so his pit stop can go underway. Take a look at this. And Adam from P3 is caught up now to second position. And you know what? Ferrari's going to take what they can get in this fight for the constructors. Peter Sabot and Jaden Harrison, the teammates of these two guys fighting in the constructors out of this race. No DRS for Adam. He cannot catch up through that straight, but Dominic Mazuzzo and those soft compound tires may be a little bit older than the Ferraris. Nonetheless, though, Cody Lawrence starting to stretch out that lead. And you see it there. It's already 3 seconds now. So this fight now shuffles down to P2 and P3. Slipstream. He hasn't gotten DRS, though, so trying to chase down. It's all about probably recharging the battery around here, but the top 3 is looking solid here, unless we get another late safety car like we did at Silverstone. That's the call out. We'll find out what happens shortly. Either way, still a race for the ages here. The gaps between drivers, however, really opened up after this restart. I don't know how it happened, but there you see P6 of Fancher in her debut in P6. And she's looking very fast and faster of the two Fiats. in her debut. So brilliant effort from her. Baiano chasing down Aspen for P8. It's 2.5 at the moment. And then the gaps extend quite a lot. Some lap traffic just ahead of Cody Lawrence. Take a look at this. Anna Adam has caught up to Dominic Mazzucco. And here we go, chance for an overtake. If Adam is smart, he may wait for the DRS line. I think that's exactly what he's doing. Not pressuring, gonna take the DRS. Oh my goodness! Was that lag? Yes, it was. That's a lot of lag there coming from Dominic Mazzucco. He's lost the position on track. He lost it at Parabolica. Adam saw it, got the hell out the way, and got through. Side by side into T1. And that is something we gotta worry about with Dominic. We got to talk to him about that ping. We've seen a little bit of spikes here and there throughout this championship, but this is the worst it has been. It's very simple to fix. It's just really closing applications on your desktop. But nonetheless, though, we're in a race. It's lap 24 of 28 here at Monza. The Temple of Speed is giving us a kicker out here, and lap traffic is ahead of both of them. Good advantage here, but Dominic is still going to hold on to this second position, especially through the Lesmos. It's next to impossible to get moves done here. He is an Aston Martin ahead. DRS is going to be enabled for both of these drivers, I believe, unless Dominic is not going to be able to get it. He doesn't. Here comes that Ferrari up the inside for a second position here in the Italian Grand Prix. Ferrari side by side. Here we go. This is some great racing through Ascari. Can he get it done? No, he cannot. Dominic run the outside, holds on for dear life. But this time, however, that Ferrari may be fed up, holding on to get the DRS for the next straight, and gets it. Cody Lawrence, fastest lap of the race. You got to imagine, does Dominic also have DRS? But the momentum goes in the favor for this Ferrari. The two drivers up ahead of him also fighting, but they have to stay out the way. Both of them have DRS. Both of them have to stay out the way up ahead the road. But here comes that Ferrari around the outside this time. Switchback potentially, no. Dominic holds on to second position. In the back, you also see Danny Nasir just trying to continue to unlap himself. It may be running out of time here for that one. 4/10 the difference. Also, there is a battle for P5 between Steinberg and Oswayne, but this is your main battle we're going to focus on here. As that Ferrari continues to close up here. It's been a great race all afternoon long. And it comes down here for the battle for second position. The gap between Lawrence and Mazzucco is almost over 10 seconds. It's 8.8. Continues to grow. Here comes Anna Adam. DRS enabled for him. Stays back once again. Through Ascari, trouble for them. It's Ryan off the track. Gets through, Ryan gets out the way, running out of time desperately here in this Italian Grand Prix. He's got space now on track so we can go through. Once again, deja vu, last lap. I don't know if that time he did get DRS. I could be wrong if he didn't. Take a look at that rear wing there. Does he get it? No, he doesn't. Yes, he does. I take it back. Here comes a Ferrari powering down the front straight. I think it's saying goodbye to second position, unless that Maserati has anything to say, and he does as he dives it down the inside once again. Contact is made. Contact is actually made there. And Adam goes through, but that may have to be reviewed for that overtake there. All right, so Adam, you're going to have to let through that place back to Dominic. That was an overtake off the track. You can continue racing right after. So it was an illegal overtake from them. This is really turning out to be a Hamilton and Verstappen-like fight around here, bashing doors. This is giving me goosebumps of Saudi Arabia 2021. Both of them bouncing each other off track, but Adam is having none of it as he goes right through now. DRS is enabled, gets it done on Dominic Mazzucco. Has he hold on this time? Can Dominic do something about it? Slipstream engaged. Dominic, he's going for the move early. I don't think that was smart there. Dominic may want to wait for the DRS. He's going for it anyways. Adam is going to say thank you very much. I'll take a bit more slipstream. And this race is coming down with the 2 to go. Battle for second position as you watch on your screens there. DRS is enabled for the Ferrari. Looks to the outside, and this one may be a lot more confident to get done. Dominic. You see Adam, he was playing smart throughout that fight, waiting for the DRS and just taking it back. And you know what? Fair play to him. But now it's time for that Maserati to be on their slipstream. And let's see what he can do. He's looking pretty quick around here as they head into the next chicane. Adam defends to the inside, and Maserati gonna go a long way around. Dominic cannot do anything about it and stays P2, P3 at the moment as we watch into the most critical parts on this circuit to stay within to get the DRS here for this last section here. The second DRS point on the track. Dominic will have DRS. We're gonna watch how close he can get this time. Mazzucco slipstream engaged against the Ferrari, 2 Italian teams. Putting out war around here as they head into Ascari. No position has changed there. They fly through. Who is the more confident one on the power? They both look pretty identical. So now Adam, as he defends the top, you also got to remember how much battery have they been using throughout this fight. Final lap for the race leader. Eyes are on this battle here. Dom's going to have DRS on this straight. 4/10 will get it. It's all about how close you're going to get it. Ryan is, honestly, I think he may have had the record for the most amount of cut tracks in this one. Adam knows he's a sitting duck, defends the inside, and here comes Mazzucco to the outside of the circuit. Adam knows he cannot fight that one. Final lap in trouble. Dominic overcooks it into the chicane, and Adam goes right back through. Silly mistake there. Dominic gets it all wrong, maybe focusing on Adam just up the road. But now, all that, having to work that back up, and you're in the closing stages of this Grand Prix. This is a nail-biting fight, but Dominic really losing ground. That incident may have shaken him up. Is he out of slipstream? Is he out of DRS? He has it, hanging on by a thread, but I don't know. Nonetheless, we head to this man, Cody Lawrence, as he comes around the final corner. I said in the beginning I did not understand the pit stop strategy, but Cody Lawrence nonetheless though is going to take victory and Red Bull dominate here at Italy. We look back at this battle here. One final opportunity. Parabolica left to go. Can Maserati close up? I don't think he can. Adam will take second position in this race. In a hard-fought battle that it only took one mistake to take the difference out of that race. What a fight it was between them. Dominic Mazzucco, Anna Adam, Cody Lawrence, your top three here for today's Italian Grand Prix. And a wonderful celebration about to go down. Take a look at this man, though. We still have some surprises as we come up through these last couple of drivers through the order, including this man here, Evan Steinberg. Give yourself a round of applause, sir. P4 for him. What a race he will take out of it. And P5 is going to go to Zachary Oswin. Huge, huge, huge finishes for these drivers here. Our debut, Lassie is going to take her P6 in this debut race. And definitely going to take it. She beats her teammate on debut. That is incredible. Awesome, awesome work. The final couple of drivers come through with Webster 8th, Baiano takes 9th, and Ameng will take 10th position. But there are your top three drivers. There, Cody Lawrence, victorious in the championship. Well, he takes back the lead of the championship, and he is closing on a title here in CMRSC. 2 rounds are left to go for it, and Cody is confident that he's going to get this one in the bag. What a race that was. Top three front straight, top three front straight. Podium formation. Seeing in chat, maybe a race director should watch the replay. We review all races at the very end. We're not able to look at it live throughout the race. It's very buggy to look at replays live in the race, but everything will always be taken a look at after. There are your top three. All right, that was a very entertaining race to say the least, but we finally had to victory lane for our top drivers. Round of applause to all our drivers who made it to the end. Definitely, you know what, a bit of a carnage one compared to the rest for different reasons that we do need to review. That had nothing to do with racing, honestly. So we're gonna have to take a look at that closer and get to the bottom of that. But nonetheless, though, we made it to the checkered flag. Congratulations to all our drivers who have made it to the top. Let's talk to our race winner today, Cody Lawrence. All right, here we go.
Hello, hello.
Cody Lawrence, in a strategy that I did not quite understand throughout this race, you take victory here today at Monza. Another dominant one for you. Take us through that one. How was that race? Take me through the pit stop strategies as well.
You know what? I thought there was a high risk of a mid-race safety car, and I kind of remember back to Australia where I kind of put myself in a hole by trying to go as long as I did first stint. So I thought, you know what? Let's get the pit stop out of the way. C3s felt really good. I know they were a very good tire at Monza, so I went and tried to I was going to do a 2-stop. I was just waiting for a potential mid-race safety car, and actually it was a little bit more difficult because I got hit by a lap car, gave me red wing damage. That's why I boxed end of lap 13. I didn't want to pit that early, but I had red rear wing from a lap car collision. So that was unfortunate, but the safety car, which I kind of expected to happen at some point, happened to occur right around lap 16. So I knew the C3 were good. They were going to be able to do half the race without an issue. So I just trusted the pace that I had. I don't know if Dominic got really bad rear wing damage from the collision we had. Unfortunately, there was not really much I could do on my side. It was 1 second good. Next second, he was inside of me.
Oh,
so
yeah,
it's unfortunate there. I hate it for Dominic, but I hope that didn't give him terrible rear wing damage. And well, I knew I had the pace to be able to do something good, and I think I was able to deliver that. So that's my race.
You take the lead back of this championship, and really you're on the home stretch, final 2 races, and you're really controlling this one to the very end. Reactions, we head into the final 2 races of this championship. How are you feeling going into it?
I feel good. Both tracks that I've driven before in another league with this car, in fact, so I've got good base to work with, and I feel like I have a really, really good understanding of this car still, which is awesome. So looking forward to the next 2. I think the Interlagos I'll probably be joining going into qualifying, as I have a race right before, but Abu Dhabi should be pretty good for me in terms of practice. So looking forward to it.
Can't wait to see you there. Congratulations, race win and the lead back of this championship. Good one there out there, Cody.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
I'll drag you right back in. We're going to talk to our man in second position, and that is going to be Adam. So Adam, I've invited you here. Wow, that was a great race from you there. Great fight. And you take home P2. How was that?
Oh, crazy race, man. Especially from the beginning. I had a drive-through from, I think, lap 8. So that really screwed my race up. I benefited from the VSC. Was able to get back with Cody and Dominic. And seems like they had a scuffle between them, which I was able to benefit from as well. And clinch P2 at my home race.
Ferrari on the podium. It's the best you can get around here, but in terms of your story, you had a very interesting race, especially through that mid-pack of it, and then climbing through. You were not really that main driver to watch at the very top all the time. Take us through that one.
Yeah, pace was just off today. I don't know. I'm still learning in this car. I got a lot of work to do before I get to Cody's level. So yeah, honestly, I'll just work hard for the next couple races, and I'll be the driver to watch for sure.
Can't wait to see you, man. Do it. Yeah, points are looking very good in your favor. You're going to launch up a couple of positions. Championship lead is going to be very hard to obtain now, but are you looking pretty hopeful for it?
Honestly, I'm just trying to secure P2 at this point. I know Cody has it in the bag, but I'm going to just focus on constructors right now.
Well, cannot wait to see what you can do in this final 2 races. Good luck on it, and congratulations on P2 in this championship. That race win, I'm smelling it. It's coming your way soon.
Thank you. Yep.
Going to drag you right back in, and we're going to talk to our man in third position. That is Dominic. And Dominic, you have had yourself a pretty decent race. Unfortunately, maybe the lag have not really worked out in your favor, but P3 on the board may have could have been a race win. Who knows? But take us through that one, Dominic. What are your emotions going through that race?
That was a very intense race from start to finish. Yeah, Cody, first off, is an absolute monster. There's no way. I knew I wasn't going to beat him, but I tried my best to hold him off as much as I could on that safety car, after the safety car. Honestly, if that safety car would have never happened, maybe it would have been a little tight with the win. It would have been very, very tight because he had like still roughly an 11-second gap to catch up to me. I probably would have been able to take him home, but yeah, it was really tight. Plus, I know Cody's just, I don't know how he's hitting these numbers. Even with race fuel, it's pretty crazy. But yeah, it was solid. And that lag spike, that part that happened, it didn't affect me too much. It was like a tap in the butt. And then I just had like very light wing damage. It didn't really affect me at all. So I was able to just keep pushing through.
I think.
But yeah, that was a very solid race.
That was the one we were all kind of worried about. That if that rear wing damage may have affected your fight with Adam, but you both still had a great fight that stole the show towards the end of this Grand Prix. Take us through those emotions throughout that fight as well.
That fight was crazy. It was a genuinely good fight. Adam was very respectful on the track and we both gave each other a lot of space and everything. I made that one mistake on turn one where I kind of slid, and funny enough, he corrected me when he gave me that light tap, which kind of saved our battle there. But for the most part, I was doing everything I could to hold him off, but it was getting tighter and tighter because I was using a lot of battery to try to keep him from getting too close. But you know, DRS is very strong on this track, so when you get that top speed, it just catches you up too quickly, and it's hard to get away when you have low battery. But solid race from Adam. That was a lot of fun, man. Thank you for that.
Incredible one. And we're coming down to the end of this championship. Your teammate, unfortunately, retiring, as well as Adam's teammate, but those constructor points still, Maserati holds the lead off, but we're coming down to the last two races of this championship. How are you feeling holding on to the constructors? Is it going to be a walk in the park, or is there going to be a couple more battles that could potentially put your elbows out there?
No, it looks like it might be a couple more battles because Adam seems to be pretty much on pace with me, where he seems to be my primary rival in this whole championship. And yeah, I think we're gonna have a lot more very close battles coming forward because yeah, he's very, very strong, and we seem to have very similar pace. So yeah, it's gonna be tight. It might be like all the way to the last round to see who decides it, honestly. But also depends on our teammates as well. So we'll see.
Well, you hold up the upper hand, though, in this lead, so it's all to play for coming into the last two rounds.
Yep, sounds good. I'll be looking forward to it.
Can't wait to see it either. Congratulations, P3 on the board.
Thank you.
Drag you back in there. Practice server is already up. We're going to have a review now. If you want to head into the lounge chat, we'll be having a review of the race, what in the world has gone down throughout it, and we're going to make sure we're all ready to go racing next week out. But nonetheless, congratulations to all our drivers who've made it to the checkered flag. Just a couple words, and then yeah, we'll see you guys in 7 days time for the Brazilian Grand Prix. And that is going to do it for the Italian Grand Prix. Thank you so much for tuning into today's race. Chaos ensued here. I think that was probably one of our most chaotic rounds in Formula 1. And interestingly, it came mostly from yellow flag conditions. We saw cars in the air. We saw cars on a barrier. So quite a lot to look into. But nonetheless, though, these drivers have made it to the checkered flag, and Monza it's a tough one, that's for sure, but we still got ourselves an amazing race. That was the constructors' fight you saw at the end there between championship rivals Maserati and Ferrari. They're both really close on points. We're heading into the end of this championship. 2 rounds to go. Next week out, it's the Brazilian Grand Prix. Don't miss it. Same time, same place here on Caribbean Motor Racing Sim Club. Make sure to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already done so. We're on course for 1,000 subscribers, continuing to be the biggest sim racing group in the Caribbean. We'll see you next week out, Brazilian Grand Prix at Interlagos. You do not want to miss it. Don't go anywhere for that one. Put that bell notification on as well if you have to. It's one that you cannot miss. We'll see you then.